its strong condemnation and denunciation of the brutal attack launched by Israel on Qatari territory. PDO and SLB sign an agreement to establish the Oman Center for Well Perforation Technologies in the oil and gas sector. Two forums in Muscat seek legislative frameworks for electronic applications, practices and future trends in the digital economic field and e-commerce. And Oman Land signs a cooperation agreement to launch a new Omani satellite during the first half of next year. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. The Sultanate of Oman expressed its solidarity with the state of Qatar, its leadership, government and people, and its strong condemnation and denunciation of the brutal attack launched by Israel on Qatari territory, as well as the crimes of political assassinations and treachery it is committing in a flagrant violation of international law and a blatant breach of state sovereignty. It also represents a dangerous escalation that threatens the security and stability of the region and distances its form from the path to peace. The Sultanate of Oman supports all measures taken by the state of Qatar to confront these provocative aggressions and calls on the international community to assume its moral and political responsibilities and exercise its legal powers to deter Israel and curb its violations of the rules of security and peace in the region. The state of Qatar condemned the Israeli attack that targeted residential headquarters housing several members of Hamas in Doha. Dr. Majid Mohammed Al-Ansari, advisor to the Prime Minister and official spokesperson for the Qatari Ministry of Foreign Affairs, said this criminal attack constitutes a flagrant violation of all international laws and norms and a serious threat to the security and safety of Qataris and residents of Qatar. He added that the Qatari Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirms that the security, civil defense and competent authorities immediately began dealing with the incident and taking the necessary measures to contain its consequences and ensure the safety of the residents and surrounding areas. Meanwhile, His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, held a phone call with His Excellency Dr. Badr Abdelati, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egyptian expatriates of the Arab Republic of Egypt. The two sides discussed the current developments in the region and coordinate the efforts of both countries, which contribute in reducing regional tension and escalation and promoting constructive dialogue aimed at achieving justice, peace, understanding and harmony at the regional and global levels. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, held a phone call with Abbas Araghchi, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The two ministers exchanged views on the latest regional developments and consulted on ways to address and handle them. Both ministers underscored the importance of continuing consultation, coordination and intensifying diplomatic efforts to resume constructive cooperation between the Islamic Republic of Iran and the International Atomic Energy Agency. Petroleum Development Oman has signed a deal with SLB to set up the region's first Oman Perforating Technologies Center, boosting supplies chains and supporting sustainable growth. More details coming up in this report.
In a milestone for advancing the localization of high-tech industries and strengthening national supply chains to achieve sustainable economic value, Petroleum Development Oman, PDO, has signed an agreement with SLB to establish the Oman Perforating Technology Center, the first of its kind in the Middle East and North Africa.
The Oman Perforation Technology Center will add lots of in-country value by creating jobs for talent Omanis and as well an investment, direct investment of around 8 million Omani Riyal. Adding to this, the niche technology and the advanced technologies that this manufacturing that will bring in Oman and actually in the region, in the Middle East and North Africa for the first time.
The center will be equipped with cutting-edge technologies such as robotic arms and high-precision transport systems, aiming to reinvent the way perforation services are delivered in the region. By localizing core manufacturing operations, the facility is expected to reduce reliance on imported materials, lower carbon emissions tied to external supply chains, and enhance the resilience of PDO's supply chain.
The center will give an opportunity for Omani SMEs to supply materials for the production phase and the future expansion phases. It will help in transfer of technology. It will support the collaboration with local industries. Eventually, the center will help in position Oman as a regional hub for perforation technologies and services by fulfilling the local demand and supporting the demand in the nearby markets in the region.
As part of its commitment to in-country value, PDO invested around 960 million Omani Riyals last year in Omani companies, accounting for more than 40% of its total procurement spending in a move to help build a diversified and competitive economy.
Digital sovereignty over cross-border applications and legal liability for artificial intelligence decisions were discussed at the Electronic Applications Forum and the legal challenges of strengthening legislative frameworks. The Telecommunications Regulatory Authority (TRA) revealed that there were more than 6,700,000 active mobile phone subscriptions at the beginning of 2025. The forum was patronized by His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Amir al-Shidani and the Secretary of the Ministry of Transport, Communications and Information Technology for Communications and Information Technology. The second edition of Oman E-Commerce Forum 2025, which kicked off today, showcased the latest global developments in the e-commerce sector and future trends in digital economy. Developments in e-commerce and the future of the digital economy took center stage at the dedicated forum in Muscat. The event featured discussions, panels and presentations exploring the foreign ministry's role in keeping pace with the global e-commerce, the impact of artificial intelligence and data analysis, and how smart applications can drive innovation and entrepreneurship, particularly among small and medium enterprises. The forum also highlighted opportunities for cooperation between the public and private sectors and witnessed the launch of an electronic events platforms to streamline data management and event registration. The activities were presided over by His Excellency Dr. Saleh bin Saeed Misan and the Secretary of the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investments Promotion for Commerce and Industry. Oman lends in unveiling bold plans in space technology with the launch of a new high-resolution satellite. The system will deliver imaging accuracy of up to 50 centimeters with a multispectral feature spanning RGB, NIR, and 400 additional channels. Equipped with onboard computing power exceeding 400 trillion operations per second, the satellite will process data in orbit, providing faster and more advanced image analysis than ever before. During the exhibition, Oman Lens signed agreements with the leading national institutions, including the Oman Electricity Transmission Company, Oman Chromite Company, and AI Anqa for Space and Technology. The initiative positions Oman as a regional hub for space solutions, enhancing efforts to monitor climate change, manage natural resources, and support sustainable urban development. Financing startups, leadership growth, and sustainability in institutions and business are the main topics of Oman Third Oman Chief Executive Officers Forum, which began in Muscat. The forum, organized by the Oman Academy for Small and Medium Enterprises, witnessed participation of a number of chief executive officers and decision makers from various government and private sectors in the Sultanate of Oman and abroad. The forum brought together over 250 chief executive officers, managers, businessmen and investors at the local and international levels. The forum highlighted strategies of expanding startups' scope and supporting institutional innovation. The forum represents a valuable opportunity for CEOs, investors and owners of small and medium enterprises to exchange knowledge and expertise. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come in our news bulletin. A scientific symposium reviews aspects of the life of Sheikh Sulaiman bin Nasser al-Lamki and his scientific and political contributions to East Africa. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones, OPAZ, showcased a range of promising investment opportunities and competitive advantages offered by the economic free and industrial zones across several targeted sectors to business people and investors in the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. These targeted sectors include industry, food, fisheries, and pharmaceutical and medical industries. These came during the official visit of a delegation from OPAZ to Jordan, headed by His Excellency Engineer Ahmed bin Hassan al-Deeb, Deputy Chairman of the authority, along with several Chief Executive Officers of economic free zones and industrial cities, in addition to the participation of the Invest Oman Lounge. The special economic zones, free zones and industrial cities in the Sultanate of Oman are witnessing rapid growth and organizational and logistical development supported by a strategic geographical location and free trade agreements linking Oman with many regional and global markets, in addition to the availability of advanced infrastructure. At a ceremony under the patronage of His Excellency Dr. Hilal bin Ali Al-Sabti, Minister of Health, Khola Hospital showcased its success in reducing patients' waiting times and announced ambitious new targets for 2025, reaffirming Oman's drive towards faster, more advanced healthcare services. More details coming up in this report. At a ceremony under the patronage of Health Minister Dr. Hilal bin Ali Al-Sabti, Khola Hospital unveiled a new wave of healthcare initiatives, renewing its mission to cut out a patient waiting list and expand specialized care. Last year's program, launched under the slogan "From Vision to Success," delivered remarkable results. Knee replacements, over 1,100 surgeries completed, reducing waiting time from nearly 2 years to just 2 months. Cataract operations, more than 2,100 procedures performed, cutting the waiting list by half. MRI scans exceeded the target with over 13,500 completed, slashing waiting time. Endoscopic procedures, 2,300 carried out, reducing waiting from 14 months to a single month. At another hospital, over 1,500 tonsillectomies and adenoidectomies were performed, also halving waiting times. Building on these achievements, Khola Hospital announced 3 new initiatives for 2025: 1,000 endoscopic surgeries, 600 spinal operations, 500 bariatric surgeries. These initiatives reflect Oman's commitment to high-quality specialized health care, ensuring faster treatment, shorter waits, and better outcomes for patients, and thus Khola Hospital turning vision into success, one patient at a time. Now, to learn more about Holo Hospital's groundbreaking initiative, we now have with us live online is Dr. Abdullah bin Muhammad Al-Salti, Assistant Secretary General for Medical Services Affairs at the Directorate General of Holo Hospital. Dr. Abdullah, can you hear me?
Yes, Abdullah.
I can't hear you. Are you there?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much for joining us. Doctor, Holo Hospital has launched a very important initiative that has clearly reduced waiting times and improved access to care. What do you believe were the main factors behind this success, and how has it transformed the experience for patients?
Yes, literally speaking, Abdullah, is the main factors. I strongly believe the great support is from higher authorities of leadership than the Ministry of Health. His Excellency Dr. Hilal Al-Sibti and Undersecretary given us at Hawla Hospital full support to achieve this success. Also, I will not forget the collaboration of our colleagues from different departments, doctors, nurses, paramedics, admin, all strongly believe on these initiatives and their success too. It's true, literally speaking, huge change on patient experience by fasting their care without health compromise, changing their appointment from years to months. That's really make a huge change in their experience.
Indeed. Now, when waiting times drop from nearly 2 years to just 2 months, that's not only a medical change, it's a life change. From your perspective, what has been the most powerful impact on patients and their families?
Literally true. Is a huge positive impact in social, medical, and financial gain too for both patients and families, my dear. It has reduced the pain of patients, which is really also bringing patients back to social life activities, to work, to education as soon as possible, and also improving his quality of life, keeping our patient independent in his life, and also reducing the burden on caregivers, families, and even reducing the financial stress too.
Indeed. And as you move forward into 2025 with ambitious goals for spinal, bariatric, and endoscopic surgery, yes, what do you see as the biggest challenges ahead, and how are you preparing to address them?
Yeah, that's great. So we learned actually from our previous initiative last year. As you know, this is our second wave of initiative, isn't it? So we prepared for all obstacles and challenges. We have planned for any shortage in surgical supplies, sometimes on consumables. So we might face that also in the future, but we have planned for that too. And also we have to keep our standards with these initiatives of quality of care for our patients as it is. With keeping KPI monitoring for all these initiatives.
Well, Dr. Abdullah, we'd like to thank you very much and keep up with the good work that you do. Patients and people in Oman are very happy to see that the time has indeed been reduced for waiting to get to either surgery or other procedures. So once again, thank you, and we thank the leadership on this important initiative. The two-day Aqua Invest Oman Forum in Muscat focused on the growing role of aquaculture in food security, global perspectives, Oman's experience, and the opportunities that position the Sultanate of Oman as a hub for sustainable aquaculture. Here is more on that.
Aquaculture is often described as farming the future. With global demand for seafood rising, fish farming has become one of the fastest growing food industries worldwide. At the Aqua Invest Oman Forum in Muscat, the focus turned to how the Sultanate of Oman can tap into this momentum, drawing on its rich marine environment and attractive investment climate to build a sustainable sector.
The fact is that fishes will no longer be as substantial as they were in the past, and that any country that has natural conditions like Oman should start thinking about aquaculture as a really important activity to diversify its economy, to give more employment, better food security, and so on.
Global aquaculture output has already surpassed 94 million tons. Oman's contribution is expanding steadily and earning investor confidence. With more than R1 billion committed to new projects, the industry is fast emerging as a pillar of food security and Vision 2040.
At the moment, the aquaculture sector, we are producing 5,500 tons, or more than 5,500 tons of production from last year, 2024. And for this year, we are expecting to produce more than 8,000 tons as our strategy plan is going on. And we're looking forward to have 100,000 tons by the end of 2030.
From premium species such as abalone and shrimp to freshwater farming initiatives, the projects underway highlight the Sultanate of Oman's natural advantage and its ambition to position itself as a regional hub for aquaculture in the years ahead. For the Sultanate of Oman, aquaculture is more than just an industry. It is a strategic investment, turning the strength of the sea into a driver of Vision 2040. Reporting from Muscat, this is Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi.
Thank you, Saleh. There, with strong insights and passionate hearts, that Oman Forum for Blind People has become synonymous with their endless giving and diverse contributions to building and advancing the nation. The forum emphasized the importance of providing sustainable care for this segment of society and facilitating their access to their needs. Several points were raised during the forum, including reviewing challenges and providing appropriate solutions in the areas of education, work, and daily life, as well as providing more opportunities for integration. The messages conveyed by the forum emphasized that supporting and empowering blind people is a shared societal responsibility and a step towards a brighter future for them. The forum was held under the auspices of His Excellency Qais bin Mohammed Al Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investments Promotion. The Risk Management in Education conference titled Challenges and Future Solutions was opened at the Military Technical College. The conference discussed risk and crisis management in educational institutions and mechanisms for dealing with them, identified appropriate solutions, and presented proposals for developing national policies in this regard. It also encouraged studies and research, engaged the community, and raised awareness of educational risks. The conference aims to raise awareness of the importance of risk management in higher education institutions, analyze the crisis facing academic, administrative, and technical cadres in higher education institutions in the Sultanate of Oman, review effective strategies for managing various educational crises, and present innovative solutions to enhance the sustainability of higher education and align them with Oman Vision 2040. Rear Admiral Ali bin Abdullah Shidi, Commandant of the National Defense College NDC at the Academy for Strategic and Defense Studies, received a delegation from the Defense Services Command and Staff College of the People's Republic of Bangladesh today at Bayt al-Falij camp. The delegation was led by Brigadier Mohammed Mehdi Hassan, who is currently visiting the Sultanate of Oman. During the meeting, both sides exchanged views on a number of topics of mutual interest, particularly in academic fields. The visiting delegation was also briefed on the NDC's facilities and equipment and toured its various departments. The Minister of Culture, Sports and Youth has launched a two-day scientific symposium titled Readings in the Thought of Sheikh Sulaiman bin Nasser al-Lamki at the Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque Hall, held under the auspices of Sheikh Dr. Khalfan bin Nabhan al-Kharousi. The event is part of the wider series that shed lights on Omani scholars and thinkers, showcasing the depth of Omani civilization and its contributions to knowledge. The symposium highlights Sheikh Sulaiman al-Lamki, a leading Omani figure of the early 20th century, born in Rustaq in 1862. He played a significant role in Oman's cultural and political influence in East Africa, contributing to development, reconstruction, and the spread of peace. His legacy reflects Oman's long-standing role as a builder of people, land, and civilization across regions. The Ministry of Education has begun implementing the mobile laboratory projects in schools in the governorate of North Al Batina by distributing more than 4,000 modern computers to 128 mobile cabins to move between classrooms and transform each hall into an integrated technical laboratory. The project aims to provide a modern educational experience for students by providing interactive educational environment and enhancing their interactions with educational content within their classrooms. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Sultanate of Oman expresses its solidarity with the state of Qatar and its strong condemnation and denunciation of the brutal attack launched by Israel on Qatari territory. PDO and SLB sign an agreement to establish the Oman Center for Well Perforation Technologies in the oil and gas sector. Two forums in Muscat seeks legislative frameworks for electronic applications, practices and future trends in the digital economic field and e-commerce. And Oman then signs a cooperation agreement to launch a new Omani satellite during the first half of next year. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin, directed by Mohammed Al-Mahrouqi and presented by Abdullah Al-Rabi'a. From the entire news team, we thank you for joining us. Wish you a pleasant evening and good night.